All right, guys, happy November. Let's see what we got going on here. Am I live? Say hello when you get in. I hope you're seeing me. Let's just make sure everything's okay. Okay, so I see everybody. Hi, how are you? I have you on my computer because I can't see it on my phone. So I've got two things going on, but you're here. I'm live. Happy November. Hello from San Francisco. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Susan. How are you? Good to see you. I hope you all had a wonderful October. Um, my October was pretty good. So let me know in the comments on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best, how your October was. And if it was, um, if did you start something new? That's my question. Because in the month of October, it was a new energy that you should have started something new. Um, oh, I can see your comments now. Somebody raised their hand. How do I do that? Get that out of there. Nope, do not end this live stream. Move. Okay, there we go. All right, so members, hi everybody, how are you? It's so great to see you. First time I've always been interested, but I got to with all the numbers. Okay, well, you're here. So let's get to it. This is going to be a jam-packed 45 minutes. I'm going to talk a lot. I'm going to talk fast. Be sure to put your questions because I will look at the questions later on or at the end. But for the most part, right now, I'm just really trying to get feedback on how your October was. October was a universal one energy, and I tell everybody that October is always going to be a sneak peek into the upcoming year. So the energy that you experience in October, you're going to have seen it on a much smaller scale, like a little snippet. And the reason why is the universe is testing you. Do you like what new energy is presenting? Do you like the new friendships, the new relationships, the new business opportunities, the new spiritual awakening energy? Do you like your new experiences? Because whatever you experience in October, you will experience again for all of 2026, because 2026 is a universal one. We add it up, we get 2 plus 2 plus 6, which gives us, right, a 10, which is a 1. So the month of October for me, I did really feel like there was a little bit of a deep state of transformation where I was in between this energy of releasing and removing and letting go over the last 10 months, just kind of making peace with the past. And I was in this like aha, energy where I can come into my own. I know who I am. I'm ready to start new, which is why I launched my Soul Alchemy program, where I'm teaching you in a 4-week program how to dive deep in a small group of what your karmic contracts are, what your spiritual gifts are, what your spiritual talents, spiritual goals are, all according to the sound frequency of your birth given name, what your physical karma is, what your physical talents are, what your physical goals are, and your soul destiny, but how to transmute that karma into your gifts of service to the world. And the reason why I did this in October was I was listening to the universal energy of the one. Start something new and do it on a small scale. And the question is not did I do it well, but did Larissa enjoy it? Did I like it? And the answer was yes, I really did. We had a lot of aha moments. We had a lot of um, deep soul shifts where my clients, my community really was able to see what their contracts are and then how to take them out of the challenge positions and put them into a positive. According to numerology, your birth date and your name holds the key to your destiny, your soul's purpose, and how you express yourself in this world. So, this program, the Soul Alchemy program, is really to dive deep into that so that you can come out on the other side and then go out and live your soul's mission. I'm going to be offering it again in January. So, most likely it'll be either like January 7th or January 14th, but pretty much I just was testing it. I really enjoyed it. And now I'm going to launch it in January again. So if you're interested in that, put a heart in the comments or get onto my email list so that you don't miss that. What you can do to get onto my email list is, let me just see where I could put it there. I have a free guide, which is a manifesting guide, and I give out a weekly uh, hold on a second, a weekly manifesting Monday email. Now, I do a manifesting page. Every Monday, I do a manifesting post, but this is just something that's a little bit more in depth because it obviously is an email. So I can go much more in depth with that. Let me see something here. I'm going to put the link for my it's like my mini website where you can get all the things, but this is where you can sign up for my weekly newsletter and free guide if you haven't already. And if you have, that's amazing. Thank you. You also can see my offers going forward in the new year when we get into the 2000s. So I'm going to be taking about 3 weeks off in December. I'll probably do the live here December 1st, December 2nd, December 3rd, somewhere. Oh no, I think I'm doing it. I got to look on my email, but like that first couple days of December, I'll give you the energy for that, the December reading, the December energy. And then I'm taking about 3 weeks off because your girl's burnt out. You know, I just ended a live in my private community. Now I'm here, then I have a reading. So I probably do 2 to 3 experiences a day, whether it's readings, going live on TikTok, going live in a community, teaching a class. And then I'm making content, making emails. It can be exhausting. Like I was just looking at John Edwards' promotion for his new book, Chasing Evil, which I haven't had a chance to read yet. And I'm like dying to read it. But watching him go out there and do his book tour, his promotion, I'm energetically tired just looking at him. He has not stopped. And I don't think people realize how much energy it takes to do that daily and do it consistently and be on all the time. It's a lot. I was also offered an opportunity to start teaching other numerologists and soul contract practitioners how to bring their gifts onto social media in a paid experience. So that's pretty cool. A lot of wonderful new things happen in the month of October, but that doesn't mean it's always roses and rainbows, right? Life happens. The other downside of October is it could have been a very isolating month where maybe you would have felt a little alone or disconnected or not really wanting to connect with other people because that one energy is all about the self. So a lot of times it could be bossy, it could be aggressive, it could be judgmental, it could be a little clingy and a little needy as well. But on the higher side, it's independent, it's acceptance, it's leadership, it's taking a risk, it's being bold, it's being authentically you, it's being somebody who is okay and in their present state. And now we're moving into November. Now, I told you October was a sneak peek into the entire 2026 energy. Well, November is a universal two energy. And the way that we get that two is we take the 11th month of the year, which is November, and we add it to the 9, which is the universal energy for 2025. And that gives us a 20/2. And this is the month of spiritual energy, peace, perfection, coming into harmony. Okay, so what we're going to talk about today is the universal two energy. What does it mean for you, and how can you align to this energy? Then we're going to connect with an oracle message from my spirit guides, and then we have a channeled message. So that's what we're going to do today, and I hope that you love it because I'm really excited to share this with you. We also have a new moon coming up on Wednesday, so I'm sure our astrologers are going to share more about that. But the importance of this moon is a beaver new moon. It's going to be the strongest brightest moon of the year. And it's all about grounding and releasing at the same time. And what I love about that is the duality of it, where in order for you to really start something new, you have to release the old. And they go hand in hand. You can't have a rebirth without the death. And that's where we're all at, this great state of transformation where we're being asked to let go of the last 10 months and step into the new path, which is the path of peace. Because the two is the peaceful, cooperative, supportive lover, community builder, friend, and guide. It's someone who is here to support other people, but also then to call in your team of support, your angel guides, your guardians, your spiritual team. It's about how you impact the greater good, how you are connected to the whole. You are all things with the divine. Okay, so let's start off by reading. And I really want you to understand that that too is asking you about that partnership that you have with your higher consciousness. And in the two energy, there's duality. So what you're going to see is this split, this division. You're going to see it personally. You're going to see it professionally. You're going to see it in our global affairs. And there's going to be this split. My guides have made me realize this, that there's going to be a split between a lower level and a higher level, a very 3D reality and a very 5D reality, a very lower level timeline and a higher timeline. And you are going to be faced with a decision as to which timeline you wish to experience. Some of you are not ready for the higher timeline, and you might be in this kind of going back and forth energy. The goal here is not to fix anything, but to merge, to blend, and to harmonize how you live in between the two timelines. And the way that you know that you're on the lower timeline is you might be a little judgmental, super critical, a little aggressive, angry, gossipy, fearful, scarcity mindset, martyr syndrome, victim mentality. You might feel like you're constantly fixing, solving, putting out the fires. You might feel out of control, chaotic, in despair, disconnect, disharmony, dissatisfied, disaligned, disease. That's the lower side. The higher side is the positive outcome of the two, which is peace, balance, harmony, a sense of oneness, a sense of cooperation and support and love, and a sense of wholeness, completion, connection, clarity, communication, and a sense of certainty that you are on the right path. Yeah, that's a lot of right, Kim? Yeah. My aunt once told me that there's really two energies, and it's called dissatisfaction or satisfaction. And it's okay if you're on the lower side. It's okay. You have to accept where you're at, and you have to make peace with that's where you are. But that doesn't mean you have to stay there. Remember, I said this month you're going to have a choice. And you're going to have to choose either you remain where you are or you create a path towards where you want to go. If you are on the lower side, you can change it. And it starts today. It's probably why you're on this live. There's no such thing as a coincidence. You could be doing anything with your time, but you made it a point to be here. And in some way, we are all on the lower side in some area of our lives. I don't think anyone is completely on a higher side. I think we're all striving, and I think we're all reaching for it and trying to do our best. And I know for me, I'm always dissatisfied with the level of success or the level of achievement or the level of worthiness that I have. Always. And in order to change that, I have to accept it and I have to face it. And I have to say, okay, this is my core wound. This is my core wound. It's this need to feel worthy, that I am not worthy enough for true success or love or abundance. And I see in the comments, thank you for making that statement that Kim, she basically said, well, I'm on the lower side. And I'm telling you, there are certain aspects of my life that I'm on the lower side. We're all there. So, what I would like you to do is to really identify what is that core disconnection, that core dissatisfaction, that true element of dis-ease, disharmony within your body. Is it physical? Is it mental? Is it emotional? Is it financial? What is the thing that you are most dissatisfied with your life at the current moment? Is it your physical body? Is it your spiritual abilities? Is it your grief? Is it your relationships? What is it? If you feel comfortable sharing, then put it in the comments. If not, then just state it out loud. The goal of the month of November is to wake up each day and create a path towards prosperity that brings you more peace, more joy, more harmony, and more balance. And the way that you're going to know is at the end of the night, when you go to bed, you'll ask yourself 3 questions. You'll say, am I satisfied with my efforts today to bring more peace, love, joy, and abundance into my life? And if the answer is, I am satisfied with my efforts, then you are moving to the higher timeline. If you say, I am dissatisfied with my day and my efforts towards bringing more prosperity, peace, love, balance, order, harmony, and wholeness into my life and joy, then tomorrow you try again. Every day is a brand new start. Every day is an opportunity. Every day is a gift. In the year 9, we're going to have a lot of loss, a lot of endings. You're going to see a lot of divorce, a lot of friendships endings, a lot of businesses maybe dissolving. But it's not a true ending. It's an opportunity for expansion. It's an opportunity for newness, wholeness, oneness. Because if that relationship was meant for you, it wouldn't be leaving. That relationship brought you more pain than joy. That relationship brought you more disconnect than acceptance, love, and harmony. That friendship caused you more agony than a level of stillness and oneness and respect. It's always hard to say goodbye, but within that goodbye, there's a rebirth. The 9 is very cruel because something must end so something can begin. And if something doesn't end where it exits, it's a very transformational energy. So nothing in a 9 can remain the same. And I always use the pregnancy as an example. A pregnant soul cannot remain pregnant forever. At some point, they have to go through that painful process of the pregnancy ending, the death of that experience, so that they can birth a whole new identity. And the 1 year, the 2026 year, is about that. It's about birthing a whole new you, new friendships, new relationships, new romance, new passions, new joy, new experiences, new enlightenment. But then it's something that you have to care for and nurture over the next 9 years. And it's going to slowly grow and it's going to slowly build as you shape this new identity. It's the phoenix rising. I think about who was Larissa before she became a mother. I can't even identify with her anymore. And my new identity is one that feels good to me. I'll even give this to you in your business. So Kim says, "Why am I crying?" And it's because I just validated you, Kim. And I hear you and I see you and I accept you and I'm supporting you. And I'm letting you know that it's okay. It's okay to be in a place of discontent, disconnect. But it's not okay to stay there. What if it doesn't feel painful? That's okay too. Sometimes it can just be a simple mindset shift. It could be a simple aha moment, a realization, this need for more, or this worthiness that you say, wow, I am deserving of that. It's this like acceptance. The 9 is enlightenment, evolving. It is transformation. It's ending, loss, completion, closure. And it's this big preparation for what's next. So it doesn't have to be painful. The 9 gets a bad rap because everyone thinks it's just about pain, but it's not always that. What we are experiencing in the month of November is the 2, and it's the partnership between you and the divine. It's about turning your pain over to spirit, trusting, surrendering, and asking for support, allowing your guardians to come in and help you and assist you. It's the cooperative way, it's the peaceful way, it's the progressive way towards a more fulfilling, enlightened, balanced, harmonized life. And that doesn't happen overnight. It takes time. I go onto TikTok every day and I make a video. So if you're not following my TikTok, please get over there. I have 1.1 million followers, and I would love it for you to be a part of that community. And I just made a video on TikTok about how the 9 is really acceptance. It's the shedding and releasing, but then it's the grounding into the new you. So it's kind of like this really weird gray energy. You're not quite who you used to be. You're not quite who you are. You're in this in between state. The month of November, you're going to see a moment. There's going to be an intuitive moment, a spiritual moment where it all comes together and it's going to present, and you are going to have to make a decision. Do I stay or do I take that risk and go? And it's okay either way. I'm going to read to you what my guides channeled this morning as a message for you and everyone for the whole month of November. It says, the days, I have to put my glasses on, sorry. The days seem longer, maybe even heavier, but they are filled with all the energy of the past, surfacing to show you the pain, the patterns, and the perfectionism that you all crave. Wishing for something better, praying for more, dreaming of a reality that does not exist. And yet it controls you, and the past haunts you. What is the present? Why is it not enough for you? What is the present? Why is it not enough for you? You will only live your life fully when you see the truth that is right in front of you. Look in the mirror, my dear, and see your present state, for that is the only thing that matters. See you, see how you feel, see your soul, and know that for in that moment, there is nothing wrong, that all is perfect, for you are exactly who you're meant to be in that moment. Cherish it, honor it, and be thankful for it. For all you can do, or should do, is simply be you. Let me repeat that. For all you can do or should do is simply be you. You will be better, and the world will be better for your energy and soul and spirit in the now. That is what impacts the greater whole. Remember, you cannot do anything. The question you must ask yourself is, who am I now? And who do I need to be more of me? For me is the only energy that exists. I am all things. I am she, I am he, I am one with the divine, for that is truly me. Well, thank you to my spirit guides. I hope that made sense, because sometimes I can't even read my own handwriting because it changes. But I really do feel that if you listen to those words, it's all about you being okay with you and being present, because that's all we have. And the two is about the peaceful, present energy, creating a cooperative, harmonious way to balance and harmonize your energy. Thank you. I hope that helped. And I think sometimes when we sit in the past for too much or too long, it robs us of the present. So, with this two energy, it's really about you seeing that you are the most powerful creator, but only when you honor the power that you possess in the now. Then you can make those changes. I did tell my TikTok that in order to change something, you have to stay consistent to something for 17 to 21 days. So in this month, it's about grounding, breath work, meditation, journaling, um, connection. If you don't have the energy right now or the mindset or mind frame to change your energy, then fill your mind with the people that do. Spend 15 minutes a day every single morning listening to something empowering, learning a new spiritual tool, following a spiritual creator, reading a spiritual book, reading the oneness, how to connect to the divine, whatever it may be. If you can do that every single day, then when you go to bed at night and you ask yourself, am I satisfied with my efforts towards progressing my path to peace and harmonizing my life? The answer will be yes, because you made an effort. And that is all we can do. And as this new earth forms and this older energy shifts and the divide and the duality gets greater, you will see it, but it will not affect you. It will not engage in it, for you are on a different path. And it's your path towards your prosperity and your peace. And the cards that I pulled for this session were pretty interesting. They're very much similar to what everything I've just said. And the first card I pulled was the card of the animal, which I find interesting because we have the beaver new moon on Wednesday. And this card represents your natural intuitive abilities, your animalistic instincts. You know, a lion doesn't try to be a cat. It's not confused. A dog doesn't try to be a bird. It knows who it is. It knows what it's supposed to do. It knows its path. It knows how to express love, how to receive love. It knows how to nurture itself, nurture its people, how to care for itself. It knows what to do. And that animal every day wakes up with a level of content because it's not trying to be anything other than itself. Who are you? And what do you need to do to be more of you? How can you be more of you this month? What brings you joy? What brings you love? What brings you satisfaction? What brings you passion and excitement and fulfillment? What does your soul need to be you? And then you need to do it. My soul craves connection, spiritual enlightenment, communication, community, and conversation. And I do it every single day. Some days I'm better. Some days I do more of it. Some days I'm really great. Some days I suck. But every day I try. Every day I make an attempt. Every day I put forward an effort. I am a spiritual teacher. I'm an intuitive. I'm a psychic. I'm studying to be a medium. I'm always learning different methods of numerology. I'm always working on my muscle, always working on my craft, always connecting to spirit. Every single day, I start my day with 15 minutes that I call the Power 15, Power 30, Power Hour, where I am listening to some form of spiritual guidance. To this day, every day, 5 days a week. I take Saturdays and Sundays off, but I probably will maybe on a Sunday do it at 1 o'clock in the afternoon instead of 6:30 in the morning because I'm sleeping in. But every single day I do it. So don't tell me you don't have time. Don't tell me you don't want to. If that's important to you, you'll do it. Maybe it's not listening. Maybe it's writing. Maybe it's music. Maybe it's art. Maybe it's planting. Maybe it's cooking. But my soul feels the most connected to spirit and the most satisfied and the most aligned when I am spiritually engaged. It's spiritually attuning my energy. What does your soul feel the most alive? I can't answer that for you. But you're not here to just go to work, come home, cook dinner, do the laundry, take a shower, make the beds, put the shoes away, go to Target, do your reports, make 87 phone calls, go to soccer, go to baseball, go to dance, go here. That's not what you're here for. It's a part of your life, but your soul came here to learn, to explore, to have a human experience. You are a spiritual being having a human experience. Don't forget to feed the spirit of who you are. Maybe you're here to start a garden, write poetry, but it's not about anybody else but you. The reason why numerology works for me is because I love numerology. Do I think numerology is better than astrology? No. Do I think it's better than human design? No. Do I think it's better than feng shui or reflexology or, Hebrew numerology or destiny matrix? No. It's just that I like it. It's my world. It's my reality. It's what brings me harmony. It's what brings me joy, satisfaction, fulfillment, balance, peace. Are you getting what I'm putting down? Are you seeing how simple it is? Why are you making it so hard, so big, so disconnected, so separate? The next card that I pulled is the advice. So the first card is like, if you take this advice, this is what you'll experience. So if you start to become more of you on a bigger, brighter, better scale, more balanced, more natural, intuitive, instinctive energy, do what feels good and do less of what feels bad or feels foreign or feels wrong, when you become more of your natural state, you will have a positive increase in your career and your friendships, career and friendships. Sense of community, sense of fulfillment, sense of purpose, sense of worthiness, emotional and financial abundance. You get to experience what life is really about, which is your work and then who you impact. Look at that. Isn't it beautiful? And then the outcome is the answers are revealed. But what I find so interesting about this energy is my spirit guides made it very clear that the answers are not something you go and get. The answers are remembering who you are. The answers are revealed because they come out of you. You are the answer to your problem. You are the answer you're seeking. You are the miracle you're craving. You are the freaking blessing that you're waiting for. It has always been you. It is you. It is no one else but you. The answer lies within. It's never, ever going to be handed to you. It must be experienced. It must be revealed. And it must be true to you because your truth, who you truly are, is not who I am. You cannot be Larissa because you are not Larissa. So you need to be Kimberly. You need to be Christine. You need to be Cindy. You need to be true to who you are. You need to be you. And your answers, your path, your purpose, your level of peace and prosperity and balance and harmony will be revealed because when you remember who you are, the answer is revealed. It's never about finding out, it's about connecting. And the two is all about connecting and becoming one with yourself because you are God, you are source, you are the divine creator, you are your spiritual team, you are all this energy, you are oneness. And you got to remember who you are and honor that. You came here to experience pain. You came here to experience pleasure. You came here to be dissatisfied so that you can then learn and remember what is satisfying to you. In the state of dissatisfaction, I do not want this. I do not want that. I do not like this. I won't tolerate that. I'm never going to accept that. You will never treat me this way. Great. Celebrate it. Celebrate the pain and that discontent, that dissatisfaction, that dis-ease, disharmony. Because when you know what you do not like, you know what you do like. And that's the truth. When you say, I will no longer accept that, now you're ready to call in and bring in what you do like. But in order to know what brings you joy, you have to know what you don't like first. So celebrate it. I'm miserable. Wonderful. You know what makes you freaking miserable. I'm lonely. Wonderful. You know what's keeping you alone and isolated. I'm scarcity mindset with limiting beliefs. Wonderful. You know what that's like. Now you can transmute it. Now you can change it. Stop looking at what is and start focusing on what you want to be. So here is what is. Go beyond what is and do not focus on what is, but prepare for what will be. That is the energy of the 2 and the 9 coming together. That's the truth. So I can't wait to go read these comments because they're moving. But on a scale of 1 to 10, I hope this helped. I hope this gave you clarity. I hope this gave you some enlightenment, but more importantly, I hope it gave you hope and a way to move forward, because it's not just words. I want you to walk out of here with a strategy for success. Okay, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. I'm going to start every day 15 minutes in the morning. I don't give a crap what you've got going on. I don't care how many kids you have, responsibilities. Wake up 15 minutes earlier. Is your desire bigger than your excuses? If you say you want the change, then be the damn change. If you say you want to be connected, then do the work. That's it. 15 minutes a day. Do it. And I promise you it will shift. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to step into an energy and a frequency of abundance. Okay. I want you to look at your wallet and I want you to see the state of your wallet. I want this wallet to be beautiful. I want it to be rich, rich leather, maybe a little expensive. I want it to be pretty, sexy, gorgeous, whatever it is. No rips, no tears, no tatteredness, no ugliness. I want all the money in it organized. I want no crappy receipts. And I want it to be of 4 colors. It can either be black, brown, green, or gold. That's it. That is the color of wealth, prosperity, and the frequency of abundance. And you are going to go out and you're going to buy a wallet that matches that criteria. Then you're going to get a Post-it and you're going to write the number 8 on it, because that is the infinity symbol of infinite potential and limitless possibilities of abundance, wealth, and prosperity. It is the number of wealth, money, it's the wealth code. You're then going to fold it towards you and you're going to place it somewhere in your wallet. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to get a quarter. You're going to put it in your left hand. You're going to pour cinnamon onto the quarter. And then you are going to rub the cinnamon in a circle, counterclockwise. Excuse me. Let's start again. You're going to put the quarter on your left hand. You're going to pour the cinnamon on it. Then you're going to rub your finger clockwise. And as you are doing that, you are going to be stating mantras of wealth and success that you are ready to receive. It feels so good to welcome in all forms of abundance, wealth, health, vitality, and opportunities that allow me to receive more joy, love, and abundance in my life. Then you're going to go stand outside your doorway, stand into the door and blow the cinnamon into your home, into your entryway. You will then take that quarter and place it somewhere in the entryway, under the mat, somewhere special, or in your wallet in a special place. And then you are going to sit back and you are going to wait for the abundance to come pouring in. Now, in order for this to happen, you have to keep a daily tracker of all the experiences you have that are rich, abundant, blessed, whole, balanced, harmonious, content, satisfied, loving, joyful, and expansive. So at night, when you ask yourself, am I satisfied with my efforts? And the answer is yes. You're then going to take a minute and say, what happened today that made me feel abundant and blessed? And it could be, I got to spend an hour with Larissa and I was able to receive this lesson. It could be, I went for a cup of coffee and I bought someone else a cup of coffee and they said thank you. Made me feel good. Or it could be, I went to the grocery store and I held the door for an older woman and she smiled at me. If you want to receive abundance, you must be abundant. But you will only recognize, it will only happen if you recognize the abundance you already have. When you recognize the abundance you already have, then more and more and more will come to you. So let's take a minute. That was 45 minutes of straight talking, no water. And I did that back to back because I've been talking since 11. And it's funny because I did a live in my other community and it was the same kind of concept and cards and but two very different readings. It's unbelievable what spirit will come through. The people in this community needed to hear this, and the people in that community needed to hear that. So, yeah. So that could be Kim. Yep, I love it. Um, the other thing is I like I said, I have private sessions, obviously. I have a private community. I am going to be offering another soul alchemy program where we spend 4 weeks working in a small group of 10 people or less. And we are going to dive deep into your karmic contracts, but then I'm going to not only show you and reveal to you what your spiritual gifts, talents, and goals are, what your spiritual karma is, as well as the physical karma, goals, talents are, your soul destiny, but how to transmute that and how to then put it into action. But I'm not going to be launching that into the first week of January, second week of January. So please, I might just put out a waiting list for that, but get on my email list. And I just want to say thank you. I always appreciate your time. I value it. And I love all your support that you guys give me. I look forward to coming here once a month. I look forward to the weekly posts. This is a phenomenal community. And I always love and thank John for love the fact that he created this community because it's such a safe space for all of us to learn and grow together. We're on this journey together. And if you are having a difficult time, use this group as a resource and a guide because no one should have to go through it alone. Okay. So I love you. Go be fabulous. Go be amazing. And remember, you can be, do, or have anything you desire. Bye, guys. I'll see you next month.